Alright, welcome to HRL. I think this is season 7, round number 3 right here. I'm a little thrown off because we didn't get to film round number 1, so I'm probably going to be a little off in some of these videos, but good so far. So going over the heat race results at Latvia. Well, I guess I could go into the qualifying first. Usually go by it kind of quick. Top 5 was in qualifying Luke, Fireball, Detail, Pancake, and Hunter. Their times respectively were 27.87, 27.91, 27.92, 28.39, and 28.69. So actually a pretty big gap on this track between the times. We even have some drivers, a lot of people in the high 28s, and if you go farther down, we even have a lot of people in like the 29 range, and even some people in the 30s. So it's actually a pretty big range of times considering how small this track is, and honestly I don't even know why I'm going around it. I could just do this and give an overview of the track. This is a rallycross track that is almost kind of done in a go-kart style, essentially with how small and compact it is. So even though it's a rallycross, it even, I would argue, gives off some go-kart vibes. And just to explain something real quick, so at the start of this race, you'll see the drivers go on this alternate line right there, and that is what they're going to run on the first lap. Every other lap after the first lap, they're going to run this chicane section. The reason why we built this extra section to not run the chicane in the first lap is because the chicane in the first lap would just be ultra cheesy. I mean, even if you put the starting gate, I don't know, somewhere else, like maybe over here, anywhere else on the track, you would still end up leading into that chicane. And you basically, I just think you need like a full lap to really separate people enough for it to be safe. So you're going to see drivers take that alternate line on the first lap. Every lap after that, you'll see them take that chicane. Going through the track a little bit more here. The HRL sign. The finish line, though, is not the HRL sign. That's usually for Supercrosses. The finish line's over there. One more thing to show off. This is the Joker lane here. So that inside line right there with the jump circling around, that is the normal line. The Joker line is indicated. I try to do this on every rallycross track, have the Joker lane indicated by the grunt with the yellow flag. So that's how you know where it is, and it's over here. It's pretty close at first, like almost identical to the normal line, and then it has a few jumpers afterwards. So that's what separates it. That's what makes it a little bit slower. So the Joker's not a shortcut on this one. Interestingly enough, if it didn't have these rollovers, the Joker would be like almost an alternate line. It'd be almost perfect with this way around. So that was kind of cool, but unfortunately, this isn't like a alternate line type series. This is a series with a Joker lane that you take once a lap. So you want it to either be like a good shortcut or a good slow way around. And on this track, it's the slow way around. So that's pretty much it here. Yeah, not much else to explain. I guess I'll go through the rest of the heat results. The winners of Heat 1 and 2 were Luke and Fireball in that order, and the winner of the semi was Luke. Top 3 was Real Dill and Pancake. And now we're going to get into the starting lineups here for the first moto. On the very inside gate is Luke, then Real Deal, then I believe this should be Pancake. Looks a little weird. I wonder if his armor's glitched. And then Hunter here on the very outside. And then we have Vulcan. And then, am I stuck on the, what the hell? I like got stuck in the gate. And then Opix, Detail, and on the very outside of row number 2, that's Fireball. Again, I'm pretty sure Fireball and Pancake's armors are glitched. So that's going to be kind of annoying to cast over, but I'll try. And then moving on here, let me make sure this is correct. It looks like we have Blake, then Roman, then Elite, and then I'm guessing that Slaunch, probably? Yeah. And then Camby, and I believe Shift here in the back row. That's the lineup on the Rallycross starting gate. Race is going to be, as always, 10 minutes plus 2 laps, 2 motos. Just waiting on the gate to drop here. Start's always pretty important on Rallycross. So look to see some of these drivers get a good start, and there we are. And continuing his streak from Tysonburg, Real Dill he's been really good on the starts so far this season, just really on point. He's going to take the early lead. Oh, one driver off the track. That was either, and he went down hard. I believe that was Fireball right there. Like I said, Fireball and Pancake I'm pretty sure both of their armors are glitched, and I'm pretty sure both of them are white. Ooh, another driver going down. I think that might have been Slaunch and not Camby. It was hard to tell. Very hard to tell. Not quite sure. And at the end of the first lap, your leader is going to be Real Dill. Let's watch these drivers go into the treacherous chicane on the first lap. Oh, one driver already having issues. Who was that? That was Detail, actually, having issues on the chicane already at the start of the race. Top 3 is very close, and 4th and 5th aren't that far behind. Oh, Pancake got a weird run, and it looks like he's just... I almost feel like he didn't do that on purpose. Is just going to go ahead and take his Joker right away. So let's see where he rejoins. It's going to be very important where he rejoins, and he's going to just beat out Detail, which is definitely a good Joker usage for him because, oh, well, they're too wide, actually, going in the chicane. Let's see how this ends up. It looks like he's got the advantage off the exit. He should be able to hold on to that position, and that was big that he came out in front of him because if he mistimed that Joker just a little bit and came out behind Detail, and I think that was Elite, and then that could have caused some issues. Over here in the lead, it looks like Real Dill has lost the lead while we were looking at that Joker usage, so it's Luke first, Real Dill second, and they're still pretty close. And then third, well, is third Fireball? It might be, I don't know. It's hard to tell. It's freaking armor glitches, because I know Pancake took his Joker, so... Ooh, driver going into the pole. Detail again having issues with the pole. Second time early in the race. Not a very good start so far, and that's definitely going to throw him back. And fortunately, though, still in front of kind of a big pack there, so if he lost some positions and got behind that pack, that could have been really rough. Look at this backpack, too. A lot of drivers spread out over the go-kart track here. Roman having issues on the exit of that jump. One driver taking their Joker. That was either Slaunch or Camby. I can't really tell. Gonna go ahead and assume it was Slaunch, but again, I couldn't really tell. Back to the lead. It looks like Luke stretched out the lead a little bit. Real Dill still in second. And then here we have... Oh, no, that's Opix. Okay. I believe that is Opix right there in third. A little bit easier to tell when I got closer. I could really see the gray in his armor. So Opix in front of Pancake here, and that's definitely... going to play a role in this race because Pancake taking his Joker, Opix I'm pretty sure hasn't taken his Joker, so it's going to be interesting for Pancake to try to get by him legit. I'm sure Pancake's hoping that Opix takes his Joker so that Pancake doesn't have to pass him, but obviously Opix doesn't have to do that. We'll have to see. Frickin' tree! We'll have to see what he does. Thanks, Ramda. Nah, I'm kidding. But one driver into the Joker. And I think that might have been him. I think, yeah, that was Opix. Let's see where he comes out. He's going to come out in... Oh, it's close. Okay, he's going to come out in a battle for 5th, and I think Fireball might have him on that. But you got to remember, I'm not exactly sure which drivers have all taken their Joker yet. I mean, I know a couple, but I'm not 100% sure on all of them. So, you know, some of these positions might switch up a little bit here and there, depending on whether they took their Joker yet or not. And let's get another... Okay, yeah. Okay, let's get an update on the lead. It was hard to tell, like, I didn't think this race would get stretched out this bad, but whoa, that was a massive two-wheel out of Luke right there. Ends up saving it and loses some of that ground that he gained on Real Dill, but Real Dill makes a mistake right afterwards and almost gives him all that ground back, so definitely a cheech-clenching moment right there for Luke and Real Dill, an opportunity, but messing up right afterwards, that kind of ruined Real Dill's opportunity to try to, you know, turn that into something positive for him. You see the front two pretty far ahead, but I think, pretty sure both of them still have to take their Joker. That's Pancake in third, who doesn't. Then you have Detail in fourth, who does still have to take his Joker. And Detail really could be up here in the top 3, but I think 2 pole incidents already, so that's pretty rough. Going to take a lot of work there to come back from that. Not taking their Jokers quite yet, and that's what I'm trying to see here. I'm trying to figure out when the leaders take their Jokers because that is going to be a big turning point in this race. Another turning point in this race is probably going to be lap traffic. I'll be very surprised if we don't see some lap traffic in front of the leaders on this track in both motos. One driver down in the sand section. I think that might have been Hunter going down. You got to be careful in that sand section when you are taking those inside lines because it just comes down to, like, if you go too hard on the throttle on those inside lines, you are absolutely going to wreck. So you got to be very careful for that. Going into the shack in here. I'm guessing that one of them is probably going to take their Joker this time by or next time by. I think one of them is going to take their Joker soon. There it is. Luke's going to take his Joker, and Real Deal is going to follow in. He's going to try to come out. I think his strategy here is he's just going to try to come out in front of Pancake, and it's going to be close. Real Deal is going to come out behind him, so Real Deal now in third, but Luke definitely comes out in front, holding on to first. So all these drivers have taken their Joker now at this point. Getting through the jumps fairly clean. On to the finish. That's another lap down. Another lap in the books. And I think we might have a good top 3 battle here heating up very soon. All relatively close. I think Pancake lost a little bit of time that time by in that section. Real Deal starting to close in a little bit. See if he makes any time up on the jump. Yeah, I think Real Deal definitely closed in on that lap. But what's going to make it very interesting is I think we're coming up to lap traffic here very, very soon. And by very soon, I mean we're coming up to lap traffic now. Luke's going to get by Shift. And Shift is going to try to stay out of the way here. And does a great job blue flagging for those top 3 drivers because he definitely could have ruined this battle here. So good job on Shift. Oh, Pancake getting really loose. And this is Real Deal's opportunity. Oh, what the... Real Deal with an unfortunate circumstance there goes down trying to get by Pancake, and Pancake is really getting roughed up here trying to get back on the track and has lost a ton of ground off of that incident. And that was really unfortunate. I don't think Real Deal was trying to wreck either of them. I think he was just trying to get the pass and just some weird Halo physics action, and both of them end up going down. And that is definitely big for Hunter and Detail especially. Now getting by Pancake, but again, they might still have to take their Joker. I'm not exactly sure on that. But the fact that they're ahead has definitely made a big difference for them. And what is this? That lapped pack. Okay, Luke's still fairly far away from that lap pack, but there's like a pack of like 4 lap drivers up there, so that could still make this race interesting. Hunter elects to take the alternate line slowly. I mean, I guess that's fine. That was kind of interesting there. I guess he just didn't feel confident in his run that time by, so I don't know. I guess he felt like he was going to wreck or something. And here in a second, I think I'm going to go to Luke in the lead because this is where things are going to get interesting. 4 lapped drivers right in front of him, and if this causes any issues for him, this could be a chance for second and third place to get back in this race. So takes down Elite, that's the first of these lap drivers, and separates him a little bit from the pack, so that's good. Now coming up, trying to get by either Slaunch or Camby. I think that might be Slaunch, and then Camby up ahead a little bit. So he's going to get by Slaunch. Laps those 2, but we still have 2 more lap drivers to go they look like they're duking it out pretty hard. So this is where it always gets tough when you get into a lapped battle where the lappers are going at it. That's where it gets it puts you in a position where when you're in the lead you have to kind of make a decision on where you want to go, and this is where it's going to happen. Blake right in front of him. Luke's got to make a decision here. Blake and Camby going for it. Now he's going to go for the inside on Blake, takes the position, but Camby is still up there in front. Making gains on him, and let's see how Camby blue flags this through the chicane. Luke has a pretty good run, and it looks like he's going to get through the lap traffic pack pretty well. But what it comes down to, can these other guys get any time? Oh, Detail going down, going to lose third place right there. A crucial mistake. Many mistakes. Probably could be in second this race, honestly, taking away some of those mistakes. So definitely need to clean up those for the next moto. And these lap drivers are still going at it. I don't think it's going to get any easier for second or third place to get by them because these guys are not making anything easy. So let's see how it goes. Yeah, they're still duking it out. This is not a good sight to see for Real Deal here when you have drivers behind you trying to make gains, and he pops the same, like literally the exact same thing that Luke did earlier, and that's going to cost him. Pancake's going to try to get by, but there's issues in front of Pancake, and Detail's back at this now too. What is going on here? And the lap drivers all over the place. Now Detail takes his Joker. Okay, so just making sure. I figured he hadn't taken it yet, so he decides to take it there, seemingly pretty late in the race. Goes down in the Joker. Another mistake coming out of Detail there. Pretty miraculous that he's still running in the top 5, making this many mistakes. But Pancake looks like he's overtaken second place now. And this is unfortunate for Real Deal. The lap traffic pack just did not come out in his favor. And looking at, whoa, hold on. We might be 2 to go here. I'm going to go back and check. Oh, no, I think we're hitting it right there. I think that is 2 to go. So we'll try to follow the lead here. So there's Luke. Second place is, I think right there is Pancake. So that's a pretty sizable gap. Let's see if there's any lap traffic ahead. Looks like it's one driver. So it's going to take a lot here for Pancake to make some of those gains back. Especially since we're just a corner away here from the white flag. So here we go. Coming down the front stretch, this is white flag, last lap on Latvia for the first moto. And it should be a clean one here. And I think that some of these results, whoa, trying to safely dodge Opix right there. Opix goes down right in front. And I think this is going to be a pretty safe and clean run to the finish here for the top 3. Just one more corner left. And I believe that is the end of the race. Luke taking the win. Pancake taking second. And coming along, Real Deal taking third. And despite millions of mistakes, it looks like Detail's going to hold off that pack behind him for fourth. Honestly, could have been a way better finish. So definitely looking out for him in Moto 2. And fifth is going to be Vulcan, actually rounds out the top 5. Fireball finished 6th that moto. Let's go back. So let's get to the lineup. There we go. Fireball finishes 6th. Roman finishes 7th. Opix 8th. Camby 9th. 10th was Slaunch. 11th was Blake. 12th Hunter. 13th Elite. And Shift 14th. So there you go. There's the results here for Moto 1. Some of these drivers still coming across. It was a pretty obvious prediction going into this race that lap traffic would play a role. But there you go. There's the first moto. Now moving on to the second.